They say I'm tough. They well.
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest Black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Jackson.
Tune in to The Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's The Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
One of a kind, it feels so nice. Girl, you do it right. I miss you. Oh, girl, you don't go too fast, you take your time. Just how I like. I miss you. Hey. Oh, you kiss it, then I'm drifting off your love. Keeps me floating, girl. I miss you. Oh, and ooh, it feels so good. I wanna come down. Girl, I'm missing that love. Come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Come on. When you're not around, girl, I'm tweaking. I swear I be hearing things. Oh, and if I cannot have you, girl, I'm feeling. Oh, that's such a talent you bring. Yeah. Oh, and it's too long. If I can hold you in my arms, if I can find a real good love. Ooh, that kiss is a drug to me. Baby, your kiss is all I need. Come on. Ooh, it feels so good, baby. Oh, come on. Ooh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, girl. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. I miss it already, babe. I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me. Oh, babe, I'm missing all those kisses. Baby, bring those lips to me.
Yeah, man. Ideas, man.
You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free.
Let's go.
Standing my ground, I can't mess around now. It's like my time is in a bottle, captured by your love, yeah. Now I know women's got this thing going on. We can't stay around so long, but I wanna come correct. Baby, get your foot off my neck. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. I understand clearly that you wanna be free. It's the time that you spend making me think within. Is the trust still beginning? Fade away from beginning of the day. I can see you trembling times, and I can see you wondering mine. Is it me considered? Shoot us with it. See, you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you.
WIIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. It's What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Man, Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same street with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show on a Wednesday. It's hump day. Hump day. Hey, it's me. It's hump day. But better than that, I forgot, week 3 on Phone Wednesday. That's right. So for all you boppers and boppettes, no, I'm just joking. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show, live on the 3rd day back, and I still have not readjusted my clock. It's like my body was like, hold on, dog. For the last 3 weeks, you told me I could stay up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. So now, but it's okay because I'm getting back in my groove. I still do not have a car. So I am being carted by the variety in the morning is hilarious. I think today's Uber driver was like, he ain't say a word. I was like, wonderful.
You know you can put in the notes, don't talk to me.
I know. I be feeling like that's rude though.
No, it's not. You can say
millennials. I want to be like moderate.
You ain't gotta say be quiet forever. Like, just put something nice. Like
My.
You gotta say it in third.
STFU, not STFU.
Oh my goodness! No, you have to write it as if it's not you writing it. You gotta say, writer requests silence.
Silence.
Make it seem like somebody booked it for you. I can tell you ain't never been no good assistant.
No, I really haven't. That is not.
I can tell that's not in your wheelhouse.
No, that is not.
How much do ride shares cost with the $6 and something gas? Like, it's still the same price, or you feel like it went up a little bit?
Uber Black here is like $28.
That's about the same as.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's that bad.
About to make me wake up and drive you to work. Every day, you know what I'm saying? $28.
I mean, you think about it, though, if you had to park downtown.
Yeah,
and usually I hit your ride back or something. Ruthie be like, yesterday I had to hurry up. I did, yeah. Well, you know what? I should make Bud get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drive all the way. That's all right.
He ain't got nothing else to do, right?
He about to, well, he.
What you mean, ain't got nothing else to do?
Yeah, see? No, I think y'all right. Well, he got to, right now, when I can't do it right this second, because that would be kind of, I would be like, for real. You want me to drive from Beverly to.
I mean, really, for real, like the prices of gas is, I don't really think this is sustainable for society. Like, and it just, according to AAA, it went up by another 4 cents today.
I'm gonna tell you, it was kind of, so it's clearly I'm already over, 100. I think it's now like 160.
Is it true that if you don't let your tank get down past half, when you refill it, you save money? Is that true, or is that just something that black people be saying?
I don't know, but I just know don't nobody want to go from zero to
100. So you're right. It's psychological.
Right, like just the whole. But it does feel like once you get past half, it be like.
And then this is my last question.
Go ahead.
How come when I'm filling up my car, right?
My car.
The gas pumps always click off before my car get full. Are they trying to shortchange me?
No, they stop. You stop paying for it. But it's to prevent the air.
Oh, so I
in
need
the
to
top.
stop,
So you know how your
I need
engine.
to stop topping it off?
Yes.
Okay.
You know how your check
trying
engine.
To get all my bang for my buck.
Nah, leave. You need to leave the air at the top.
You sure, Maze? Because that's about $10 worth of air nowadays.
That's about. You see it say, don't your thing say do not top off? Only say right on. Oh, I know. Okay, go ahead.
What?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Do not top off. Do not top off. Like if you notice, if you don't turn your gas cap tight, your check engine. Yes, it does. It doesn't.
No.
Yes, it does. What kind of car you got? I know what kind of car you got, but I'm sure it's
my year. Woo.
What year?
10.
Oh, that's
about that. That's the average age of the average car on the road now because of this whole.
The Benz is 7. It's 07.
Oh.
Right. I'd be like, how do we make this iPhone work?
I just got out of high school.
If you don't get your. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Old Ruthie Mo up in here acting up. All right, let me say what's up to my man on the honorary Riis the Ruler Day. It is week 304 Wednesday. DJ Riis the Ruler. How you feeling today, man?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest, and I finally got some rest. For like the last 2 days, I ain't had no sleep. So when I woke up Sunday at like 11 a.m. and I had been woke all the way to like Tuesday.
Oh, no.
It was intense. Yeah. So like yesterday I crashed. So I'm feeling pretty good. I done got like 13 hours of sleep by like 6. By like 6. So I got like 11 hours of sleep.
Oh, my body can't do that.
Huh?
I can't do that.
But I ain't had no sleep though.
I'm not.
Up.
I know. I ain't tripping.
I'm here, but I'm feeling good though.
I told you. My body won't let me. I told y'all about that time I was flying back from Zimbabwe. And they said take you, what's that called, Ambien? They said take 2 of these and you'll be asleep the whole trip. I took 2 Ambien. I went to sleep. I woke up. I was only asleep 4 hours.
What?
I was only asleep 4 hours. I said I was awake the rest of the trip. Like, damn.
I got some muscle relaxers when I tell you.
No, Joe. No.
Defeated.
No.
But when you wake up, you a new person. You be like, I didn't even know I can stretch this.
No, not me, man.
That's funny.
I'm a little nervous about
And
that.
lubrication.
Huh?
It's like lubrication.
Yeah. When you
What is?
When a muscle relaxer, I'm telling you, it's like a whole new person when you take that and you wake up. But you gonna definitely get you a good 10 hours of sleep. like for real. Like don't plan nothing, because I promise you, I don't care what you think you gonna do. That pill gonna put you down. You gonna be like, yeah.
No, I don't even want nothing like that. No, if my cousin can't handle it, it's just not happening.
Man, live a little.
What? Oh no, I will not. Have you seen Dope Sick? All you gotta do is see Dope Sick and you be like, I'm not touching nothing. Nothing, not me. All right, so it's Maze, Riis, and Ruthie all in the building. Hey, y'all, Ruthie snuck in on us today. We didn't think she was coming, but look, you know how when people come in, they do extras so they could be gone for a long time?
Well, okay, so in my defense, I gotta leave at 8. I gotta go to the Apple store. I got an appointment. Just so y'all know, if y'all got AirPod Pros and they make a sound, you can go get your AirPods replaced for free.
What if I bought them off Tommy?
You might be okay. Check. You can. All you gotta do is take it to the Apple store. They will check your serial number, and you can get your AirPods.
There you go.
No, see.
There you go.
So
There you go. That serial number.
I'm gonna go in the back.
Whatever.
I'll be right back. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna go in the back. I'll be right back.
You get 3 years. 3 years
Right,
from the
that's
purchase
the
date.
problem,
That's
Ruthie.
what you
Don't
gonna
nobody want 3 years.
I don't know.
Hey, nah. Hey, one time, look, man. One time, just in a whole nother life, right? In a whole nother life, I had this TV, right? And it, it fell. I got it off the damaged goods. Let's just say that.
Off the truck.
It fell off a truck. So the when you set it up, it was like when everything was first the internet, and I tried to set it up, and then it started asking me, said, register your TV. And then I was like, do I? Because I was scared. So I never registered it. And then when it finally popped, I was, my thing is, nowadays with these TVs and the registrations and all that, don't they run the whole process?
So the way that they get you is everything is connected to the internet because they got to require updates.
That's my point.
Right? Updates. But like you said, May, sometimes them updates.
Right. I'd be like, they be like, do you want to update? Nope. Do you want anything that come through automatic? Nope. Would you like, please register your, nope.
It was a gift.
Look at you. Right. They be like, who gave it to you?
I won a raffle.
Let me see the ticket stub.
Dang. It was virtual.
Oh, so then let me see. Let me get your login.
Let me get your login.
Hey, man, I learned that from the best. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
I still ain't got none of your logins.
Hey, man, just call my kids. I'm sure they pass them out. Well,
Hey, I'm gonna buy your logins because I know your young people be selling them.
Oh my God!
My daddy got unlimited Netflix.
I promise you though, one day I did turn on my Netflix. I told you, and it was a fourth name up there. It was like, hold on,
your son macking with Netflix.
Man, I was like, boy, well, she had. I was like, boy, if you don't get my kid, get it.
Well, she had her own name on that.
Yes,
he created her profile. He's a gentleman.
You was supposed
MJ a gentleman.
You was supposed to tell you was mine. I didn't get you to go, shorty. You was mine.
No. Not when it's a flex.
You're
being practical. His was a flex.
Oh my
God. And they ain't got the parental controls on it.
Oh,
we got parental. No, do I? I
no.
Do. Yes, I do. I do have I do have something where it say this channel can't go past. But I feel like, what's the age when you say okay? Go ahead.
Probably like 15, 16.
You say I say 8 cuz.
Nah, like when you can like let them freely, probably like 16 for sure.
How about when they can just click on your account settings and change it themselves?
Yeah, but I had to kick my daughter from watching On My Block. It's so crazy. Like, have you ever seen
She
On My Block?
11?
12, gonna be 13.
So you don't. Ooh,
Yeah, it's right now. Yeah, On My Block. You know what? The first season wasn't that like. Have you ever seen it?
No, but
season one wasn't that bad, but then it's like you ever watch TV
and it take a turn.
It like grow up quick. You like, wait a minute.
Wait. Reese, was it something that you was watching while she was watching it, and you was like, no, you ain't watching this no more?
No, see, I watched the show, but like I never knew that she watched the show, and then she ended up watching season one. But like I said, like season one wasn't that bad. You know, it was basically, you know, it was all right. It was all right. But then season two, it was. My point is they be having kids grown too early. Like, have you ever seen All American? So like All American is like
that's
crazy.
on Netflix.
Yeah, but it's on like the CW. It's like
Okay.
it's a very, very good show.
It's about that black boy that goes to a school to play.
And then he played like in the pros, like in real life. But it's like crazy because it's like they're like 17, 18, throwing parties, drinking.
That's like,
you know, it's like crazy. It's crazy.
It's the same like Bel Air.
Right.
Like where it's like they doing coke and all type of stuff. And I'll be like, wait, y'all was huh? Like it's like all of it is like nothingness. And I feel like though the problem with that is that is what then the kids emulate, right? And like it's sort of like when you watch Euphoria.
Oh, Jesus.
I
can't watch that.
Hey, Joe, can't nobody watch Euphoria. I mean, I'd be
mama she can't watch. Turn it off.
I'd be like,
turn it off, mama.
Hey, man.
Too young for you.
Like, I do wonder, like, I feel like Purple Rain was the first time I saw. I think I might have been like 14. And my old man was like, the scene came on, and it's like I looked at him and he looked at me. And, like, I was like expecting him to jump up and be like, turn it. And we just sat there. And I ain't say nothing, and he ain't say nothing. But we was like, them waters of Lake Minnetonka. That part. So, like, what's the age when you be like, all right, you can go, I mean, you can see an R movie. When
you watching regular TV, regular TV is the new R.
For real.
Yeah, man, Charlie.
YouTube is the new M. TikTok is the new X.
Really?
Snapchat is the new triple X. Yes.
Like just public stuff?
Twitter is child pornography.
Twitter is, I didn't even, because I don't tweet like I used to. When I went on Twitter, you can put a whole video of you doing something on Twitter and it will stay up there.
Twitter is.
I was confused.
That's Twitter is like.
What do you mean?
You can put anything. You can put a Ray J video. I say that on there, and it's gonna stay on there. You can put that video, and you're not gonna get a ban, a suspension. Twitter is crazy.
I just need to understand why my phones my stuff don't never work like y'all's. Like I don't never.
Maze, once you get in certain algorithms, you can't get.
You getting the weak.
Right.
I see. So what y'all? See, even on Instagram, I'd be like, y'all be talking about Instagram. I'd be like, my Instagram don't do that. Like, my Instagram be like, and so, would you like a new suit? It'd be like, check out the new watches that just came out.
See?
It'd be like,
that's your curation.
Yeah.
That's your algorithm and your curation.
Probably be talking about it or something like that. Yeah.
Show me your algorithm and I'll show you who you are.
Well, damn, Riis and Ruthie, then knowing what's coming up in y'all algorithms, I'm a little concerned.
We just be exploring the internet.
Well,
I see you.
I just let Ruthie use my phone. I'm like, why is this out here now?
Man, I'm here to tell you. I swear to God, I be like, people be like, this is just filth flying. I be like, I don't see. Where?
What is this on it?
What? I be like, my phone don't work like that. They be like, did you see such and such? I be like, no. But did you know that they have a brand new pair of
Stacey Adams? It's a buy one get three.
Not Stacey Adams. Not Stacey.
Man, they be suggesting linen suits and stuff.
Hey man, I got walking suits and thick and thins, man. Walking suits, thick and thins. Hey man, they be like, would you like to get a new fedora?
So Ruthie, our phones be going show that today, right? Like have you ever talked to somebody and then
Ruthie turned her mic off? I bet.
Probably. But
I bet you Ruthie such a G. She turned her mic off.
Actually, no, I'm connected.
We're gonna be cyborgs. Like there's gonna be a time.
I'm getting off. I will unplug myself and just take me out.
They gonna start. Look, The kids gonna be born with a iPhone. They're gonna put a natural iPhone connector that's gonna be off your kinetic energy. That you're gonna generate the energy during the day. They already got a brain chip,
and they got an arm. So when I went to the Coldplay concert, they had these wristbands, and the wristbands was like energy that they got, and they would use to perform, like to light up the stadium. It's like real crazy.
Oh
like,
wow!
Like you put the wristband on, and because you're like partying and clap, it's absorbing your energy, and then they take that energy and then they use it for like the next show to power the stadium. It's crazy. I was like, do you want one? Heck no. I don't know what you.
That's kind of cool.
Cool. How is it stealing my energy like that?
Just think if you could, but think about how much energy then that you must be able to. Like, I wonder if they could do that. How much could? See, my thing is the next thing they're gonna be like, your whole job all day is y'all stand up here and wave y'all arms because we need our damn energy. Test it. So when they go, okay,
like wind energy, gonna be people energy.
Yup. Dance! I say dance!
Hey, but Maze, if that's how I can fill up my gas tank, I'll be doing that all day.
You see Ruthie
Because gas is too high.
The gas is too damn high.
Maze, do you need some premium?
Right, you got a job then. Like, faster! Oh my God.
You said diesel?
Diesel?
Low key, diesel is a little bit cheaper though.
Right,
probably not yet.
And you go far.
Low key, I thought those people who used to get those like diesel, like luxury cars, I was like, why are you doing it? You paying all this money, but now they might have been on to something.
Until they don't start and they be like, you got a luxury Benz, and they be like,
the people with the Teslas, they don't understand our conversation right
Please do not bring up EVs right now because you know
Did
who's
you
gonna
see?
be in the comments.
You know who said?
Talking about we ain't nothing.
I know.
Yes.
1,000. They said it's gonna be a 1,000. Electricity is gonna go up 1,000%. So you gonna get
what?
Yeah. Tennille was bragging, but they was like, man was like, yes,
Whoa.
yes.
1,000%.
Yeah. Yep.
Comment.
Yes.
We finna be walking
Ain't they
around.
involved in a scandal? Shouldn't they be giving us a break?
Lord have
We should
mercy.
be walking around with candles in my house now. Everybody, you listening? We get some candles like it's the 1960s in here.
Would y'all consider solar panels for your home?
If I can afford it, yes.
I'm gonna consider all energy options. You know, I used to think it was like corny, but now I really am like. I feel like I'm down for trying to be efficient
For the environment?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's me watching Yellowstone, but I do feel like I don't know if it's like a combination of Yellowstone and what do you call it? Having gone to Salt Lake City and seeing the mountains for real. And I do feel kind of. I think the world though is going to. I do think global warming is like a real thing. And I think the more I listen to this, the Yellowstone stuff, they be like the Earth is finna kick us off. Like we gonna keep on messing around, and it just be like, you know what? Have a flood, just like the dinosaurs.
I was getting my hair cut, and my barber was trying to convince me that the Earth is flat.
Hey yo,
he was like, if
Negroes
the Earth is on the curve, right? He said how you look straight down, and you know.
We're going backwards.
And then he was trying to say that
like he hasn't seen the pictures of the Earth from the moon.
He said that we never been there. He's saying that we can't break the atmosphere. He's saying, you know, something like that. He's saying that.
Don't tell him don't look up either.
I heard the video of the moon lander was not real.
That is no. You saw that? No, that was
not. I do believe that.
Okay,
that's not.
No. So how we gonna demean the brother for being like?
In 2022, I do believe we're going up there by now. Like in 2022, I do believe we've been there.
But that first video look a little suspect.
It does.
The funny part of that though is this is how you know it's bull. And I want you to Google it because I want to make sure I'm correct. But I believe I read that.
These are just your thoughts and opinion. We don't want no scientists.
Oh my God! The aliens will be right
They are not called aliens. They are
outer
called
space. What we call them?
They are extraterrestrial beings.
We don't want the extraterrestrial coalition coming down.
Man. So, Ruthie,
take us to your leader.
Not me. I'm not your leader.
The Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson.
That's him right there.
His crown. That's his crown right there.
Riis, look at Riis. That's it right there. There you go.
Now you're gonna have black people speaking alien telling on you.
Oh my goodness. Can I send a big old shout out to ECCSC? Shout out to Tyrone, Muhammad, Greg, the whole crew, everybody who showed up and showed out yesterday. Thank you, boppers and bopettes. We're on to the next. Woo, Ruthie had a long day yesterday. Long day. I spent a lot of day at the Soho yesterday. Just a meeting away. Whew. Long day. A little bit of a long evening. And then the alarm clock went off. And I was like, dang. So look, let's do this because we still have not hit any of the headlines. Plus, I got the social media question of the day. Let's do it all. Let's take a quick break. Oh, Riis like, man, wait, we going to the moon? Wait a minute, hold on. Let me go back. So your barber, what high school did he go to?
I don't know. It was out west. So
See? Okay.
Foreman or something like that.
Okay. 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 CPS. CPS school? CPS school. Yes or no?
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. But did you go CPS grammar school?
Yeah.
The miseducation of the Negro continues. This is Riis. He has a rationale because
you sit in that chair and tell you
what flat earthers is a thing.
Black people just want to be a part. We need our own thing, but you gotta be careful because now have y'all heard about this new black supremacy and black racists? Lord have mercy, Jesus, Riis and his people. When I play, okay, so I got some video to play today. Plus, we didn't even talk about the fact that your girl launched her campaign. Excuse me, not your girl. Madam Mayor, because I am going to, like Ruthie, I feel like I want to talk to the mayor, especially after I heard they said that her race is going to hinge on the black vote, and she had her announcement video, so we're going to play that. We got a lot to do. So let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up, and away. This is Maze, Riis, and Ruthie. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord's my shepherd, I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:41 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. Let's head over to sports. The Baltimore Orioles would hit 5 home runs and beat the Cubs 9-3 as the White Sox will shut out the LA Dodgers and win 4-0. Set over the traffic now in the Kennedy. Overhead to the Loop will be 24 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare will be 19 on the Eatons. Deerfield to the Exchange will be 30 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 37 minutes. 27 minutes back out to Thorndale. While the Stevenson is 39 minutes from I-355 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be 30 minutes. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 36 minutes. 30 minutes to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, it's 19 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South, 55th to Jackson and back will be 7 minutes and 8 minutes north. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 63 and cloudy. Today will only be a high of 66 with a low of 55. I'm Riis the Ruler. Happy Wednesday here on The Maze Jackson Show.
Glory. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me. Oh, please. God's gonna turn Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane to Golgotha, oh, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn it around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right.
You are listening to The Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, and my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Now, let me say what's up to everybody on WBGX, 1570 AM. That's right. The Saints join us every day from 6:30 to 8. Every day, Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 8. Now, you can catch us and give us a call at 872-259-7474. Plus, you can catch us every day on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. That's right. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9. It is the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Riis, and Ruth and Mo for show in the dough. See how I did that?
You are a poet.
I am a.
Ain't know it.
But you can check it out because I could super flow it.
Uh-oh.
And then you want to go get your. Let me stop. I might have a. Anyway, I think Ty was still trying to battle you, though.
He be writing his raps.
Ruthie Mo, you don't know. Don't play with me because I'll put you out the door. And don't be funky because I put you in my trunk. See, I'm the one. Right. I'm telling you.
That's his cadence.
Hey, man. Shout out to the West Side. Shout out to the West Side NAACP. Thank you to everyone who came out. Did we talk about any headlines? Ruthie, you came in here distracting us because we were supposed to be doing that thing, and then you want to come in here and talk. I don't even know what you're talking about. Then you heard what's with the bidet?
I know we be dressing alike.
I'm the freshest.
It's with the. I wish we had some with the merch that fit me properly, but I just gotta make do with these baggy clothes. Hey, do you know sometimes if I like wear this hoodie out, I have to think about where I'm going?
Yeah, you do.
I don't like that.
Why?
I mean, do you see what it say?
Oh, man, I wear my hoodie everywhere.
We know you do.
You know me. I go to my kids' school with my hoodie on. I go to everywhere with my hoodie on. Like,
You do?
Yes, I do not. I never think about when I put that hoodie on. I never, because if it offends you, then it offends me that it offends you. So I'm not. You know me. So I never. I go to court with that hoodie on. Like,
stop, because
you
want Maze to say something. You want the people in the comments to say something. Don't take it too far on the Wednesday. Keep it right where it's at.
Traffic court.
Okay, cool. We go with that. Virtual
traffic court.
Hey, depending on where you go though, right?
Right.
Might get the wing, fam. If you get, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, man, I put it on.
Yeah, y'all gotta get a lapel pin though. We gotta get a lapel pin, right? That just be like. And we got to be careful now, though. Because I am now concerned. I got this video to play for y'all from yesterday's hearings. First of all, did y'all see the hearings yesterday about the stopping the metastasization of white supremacy? It was let me see what they called it. The hearing was entitled Examining the Metastasizing Domestic Terrorism Threat After the Buffalo Attack. Lord have mercy. When
they sure hid that in the title, didn't they? I don't go back down a little bit. I don't see the word white supremacists.
Well, when you hear this testimony,
they're using cancer medical words.
Oh my goodness, Ruthie though, this to me, listening to this video. Yeah. And it was like a setup. Dude set me up so good for this. When I play this video, y'all, if you not watching if you are listening, you gonna have to tune in. You gonna have to come watch the Maze Jackson Show at 8:00 live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch with the Sinners. Cause Ruthie, okay. I am not sure that how I feel. So let me back up. The empathy and sympathy for Black tears is over. What is so crazy about this testimony, and I know I'm gonna save it, but it's like sometimes I feel like in Illinois we're in bizarro world, where the things that you would expect from Republicans, you could get sometimes some from Democrats sometimes. It's a real crazy thing, and I'm gonna play this video. But I don't like us crying at these Senate hearings and testimonies, sort of like, please feel something for us. Like, they show a lot of the videos of all of the families of the victims crying, talking about they want justice, they want a gun law passed, etc. And so I want to. Woo, Ted Cruz.
Can you say the title one more time?
Examining the metastasizing. There it is. Examining the metastasizing domestic terrorism threat after the Buffalo attack. Okay. Ruthie. It's some incentive.
Is this presiding chair, Mr. Dick Durbin?
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I ain't got no beef with Dick Durbin on this one. Y'all just need to hear. There's just one testimony I'm gonna let you hear. I might play some more pieces of it, but like this is going down in the nation's capital right now. And if you live in Texas, Lord, do you know what your senator is up to? Riis, and he had me too. He had me he was getting ready. He had the perfect setup. Oh my God, he had the perfect setup. Riis, I was like, oh look, Riis gonna be playing this with his boy Richard Irvin. Then he just hit. He was do, and then all of a sudden he just came. You was like, oh hell no. So I'm gonna play that a little bit later. Also, we're gonna play the mayor's video. Ruthie, did you see yesterday the mayor launched her re-election campaign?
I checked it out. I wanted to see what the video is gonna look like.
So I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna watch it for the first time. I only saw clips, and even today I was like, I'm going to watch, and then we're going to react live. But you already saw it.
Because I knew he was going to want to talk about it.
That's why you came to work today. Ruthie came to work today because she was going to put up the shield for the mayor. You know she had to bring the cake. You know she was like, I'm not letting them get in. They are not finna go in on my mayor.
Listen, Lori Lightfoot is probably amongst the bottom of the list of reasons why I'm here today.
I heard that. Okay, well, we're going to talk about Lori Lightfoot and her campaign launch. Check this out. Remember the big fight over NTA and turning it into a high school for Chinatown?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is not happening, but CPS did put in the budget $70 million to build a new high school in Chinatown.
What?
Meanwhile, my barber thinking the earth is flat on the west side.
See? Right.
Well, congratulations to the Chinatown people. I'm so proud of you. I'm glad y'all, got your money and everything.
I think what's funny, though, not funny, is they got their school. Like, they were determined not to put their children in one of the existing schools in the community. Obviously suggesting that maybe those schools don't meet the same standards. I was just thinking, Riis does have West Side. Your school taught the earth is flat. I'm just telling you. And I'm hey fam, if that's the option, black people be having some tough choices to make. Send my kid to the school that could convince him that the earth is, that he could, here in 2019, he could be convinced. And I know that there's flat earthers. Lord Jesus, help the peoples. Help the peoples. How about this one? Illinois is fighting to become an early primary state. They say that we embody America. We have the democratic ideals and principles. I actually do think we are America, though. You know why? Because even like when you go south to 80, we got the down south. We got south. We got the hood. We got the country. You don't think so, Ruthie?
I think they're trying to turn Illinois into what they would want the National Democratic Party to embody, particularly with the whole abortion thing of the Midwest.
Oh, yeah. As the haven. So
I don't necessarily, I don't know, because I feel like as a black person, when you live in a heavily Democratic spot, that's now becoming like a national model for what the Democratic Party looks like, operates, and does. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, because I didn't think that
it was working out so good for us.
Well, I'm thinking about all the Mike Madigan years, like, and now look at how now since J.B. Pritzker is in charge, like how it's reshaping the Democratic Party, and I still think about my relation to that as a black person, and I don't know about these outcomes.
I think that J.B. and Robin Kelly are bringing Illinois into the national fold. For higher, I think JB for higher aspirations, because I do think he still thinks he's gonna run for president.
JB ain't gonna be president.
Why not, Ruth? Don't do it. Never mind. Okay. I already know. Okay. I already know, and then we'll be next. Nope.
You right.
I seen it. I was like, I caught me.
Good catch, Maze.
Be shamed.
Maze, come on with the discernment in the early morning.
But I do want to point out, still no cannabis.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
no gambling.
Come on now.
Speaking of no cannabis, did you see CPD busting the pot parties?
Oh my goodness, yes. That ain't CPD. That's them pot companies. That's like,
remember they put 30% of some of the money away to go after drug enforcement after illegal.
How much is too much? Like if you having a little small kickback with your people, is there a certain number of grams that's just like, okay, now you about to get busted? I would say don't get egregious with it. 500 might be a lot.
Well, they said they caught this dude with a pound. Actually, he caught him with a pound, and they said, but it was all bagged up and it was packaged for distribution.
See, that's how they get you.
But somebody told. Then they said they had another place where they went and just busted the room because people be.
You know what though, Maze? I don't know if nobody told. I think people are just getting a little bit more lax with like not coding their advertising and language.
I went to an event and I was still sort of like, wait, is this legal? And I do think that there's going to be like, I really just think they need to not make it. They just need to allow smoking facilities and just get with it and like come up.
But you can do that. It's when they think you profiting and you ain't kicking back up them taxes.
Oh,
them people that you can have the best smoke out you want to, but if they think that it's some money exchanging hands, they want they cut. Otherwise, I feel like they don't care.
I'm gonna tell you, man, that's kind of crazy. All right, look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. No cannabis. How about this one? Let me back up. Early primary. Oh, I wanted to have a black candidate roundup.
What's that?
Where all the candidates that are running for office, because we still have not released the What's in It for the Black People voter card.
And you got people asking to be on the show.
Right. And I feel like I want to, over the course of the next weeks, use the platform as a vehicle for some of our candidates that we support. But you know what I was thinking a little bit, and I want to talk about it a little bit later. Like, you saw how the Democratic Party ran a coordinated campaign? I was thinking, what if we ran a black coordinated campaign? Like, all the black people working everywhere that's in agreement. We all agreed to help each other. So no matter where you at, you got aid and assist. Instead of everybody, like if all of us can agree, let me tell you, Ricky, send us the commercial, man. Hey, in the send inbox Riis the commercials. All right, y'all. Maze Jackson Show. But I was thinking, like, what if everybody collaborated? Like, what if all the black people who was in the game just had a meeting and said, hey, black people in the game, let's have a meeting. If I ain't against you, I know, like, after everybody they get paid for whatever they do, everybody, regardless, say, okay, we gonna support help each other. Right? Like, so if you could cross this person and we all working together, nobody leaves anything unturned. I just feel like we have an opportunity right now to have a very big voice and be able to do something collectively. And I was thinking about a candidate roundup where we brought the candidates in, we met them all, everybody brought their stuff. We all kind of said, okay, well, first of all, who are the people that we all agree can be collective? I was also going to say we should do like a black people mailer. Like do a piece of mail because what I was recognizing, Ruthie, is that a lot of the campaigns don't have the money to do a mailer directly. So say you're running countywide, or say you're right. Imagine if there was a mail piece that all the black people who were running got, and it came in the mail, right? And so all the people that did not have the advantage of mail collectively, they don't have to endorse each other, but as long as they're not oppositional to each other.
I got you.
Right? And then they could all share the cost, but they know they would be in everybody's mailbox. And if you hit and you mail it directly to all the black households, I feel like I want to just help the process. alone. I don't know. Y'all know any candidates that want to talk on the show? Got something to say? I see. Hey, man, y'all stop trying to talk to Ruthie all kind of crazy, too. I've been hearing people be, let me see you. Check your inbox. Hold on, cuz.
That's light work, Mace.
Okay.
I'm still torn about this first congressional district race.
Man,
I'm like, I don't want to use the word obsessed, but I'm like obsessed with finding out all I can about these candidates. Like, what's making me want to vote for them? What's making me not like them? Like, I'm diving into their personal lives. Like,
what?
I know,
now you need to stop.
Because I don't know what else am I supposed to base my vote on?
Okay, well, I think
I need help, Mace.
we should have candidates for 'em.
Or can we just have a non-forum and just people who live in that district get together? Can we talk about what we want versus hearing the rhetoric from the candidates? I'm just curious.
Would y'all like to have a first congressional district?
I just need who y'all looking at? Put it in the comments. Like, tell me, am I missing something? But like, I do not have a clear front runner, and it's driving me crazy because I feel like the clock is just ticking down, and this is like one of the most important, aside from the assessor's race, one of the most important things that I'm voting for, and I literally have no idea.
So that is that. Like, dang, man. So here's what I see. Right now, I see 3 candidates, but I be thinking of Jonathan Jackson as a sleeper. Jonathan Swain as a sleeper, right? Like, I see Jonathan Jackson and Pat Dow in a neck-and-neck race. And according to the polls, that's apparently what's happening. I think if they go on TV, it'll be interesting to see what else they do, right? Like, will they go on TV?
That's why I ain't really voted yet, because I'm quite sure about every race except that one. So I'm just waiting, because maybe somebody gonna sling a little mud, and I'll be like, ooh, maybe somebody might say something I like, but I don't know.
All right, we could talk about that too. We could talk about that a little later. Look, we ain't even got into the show. I don't even know if we're gonna get to the social media question of the day. Oh, don't forget though, this weekend, Ruthie, High Park Summerfest.
Ooh.
Baby, 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 baby.
Ashanti.
Baby, 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 baby.
I hope the weather hold up.
Man.
Because these last few days, I don't know about this high as 60 by the lakefront.
Shout out to the High Park Summer Festival. I think Auntie Neil is helping us sponsor some tickets to give away on the show.
What?
So I think Auntie Neil is helping us give away some passes. I don't know if people are voting early right now. Do you think people are voting early right now?
Mm-mm.
I think, well, first of all, we're only at super site voting. They don't have their local voting. But are you going to early vote? And can y'all?
What type of people early vote?
I think early voting is becoming a no-brainer for people.
Mm.
Like, a lot of people early vote, or they vote by mail.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I think that's important. If you voting, please make sure y'all do the right things. Right? Early vote, do the right thing, do the right thing, do the right thing. Man, what time is it? Did we even take all right, let's just take a quick break. We'll take a quick break, Riis, and then after we do that, it is the Maze Jackson Show, and we are going to probably go into the mayor's re-election. Even though I do want to ask the social media question of the day. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Riis, and Ruthie will be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. What's in it for the black people? What's in it? What's in it for the black people? I'm in it. For the black people. 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 What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. What's in it for the black people? Let's hear it. What's in it for the black people? Don't fear it. For the black people. 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 What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. What's in it for the black people? You know it. What's in it for the black people? Let's show it. For the black people. 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 For the black people.
To the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis and Ruthie and Ty explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your press to solve wrong.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I see they be flying the soul plane without me, man. I'll be like that. Shout out to the DJ Riis the Rule on a week 304 Wednesday. Ruthie Mo, she doing it the style. Look, Ruthie, like you gotta be like, turn me up in my headphones. How you got your headphones on the outside of your hoodie?
It's cold in here, man. I came up in here with a North Face on.
And you I see. What's going?
Please don't do it.
I'm not. I won't.
We had a good week.
We did. So I'm gonna let you be. All right, check out the THC Creamery. Hey man, what you Man, what you doing coming to Wicker Park to get some free The slushies have returned.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, let me just tell you, though. So I'm going to tell you the story real quick, and there you go. So I was talking to Ty and Tracy, and they was telling me about the dosage, right? And they was like, man, Ruthie, look, this is what they said. They said, Riis should get a kick out of this, too. They was like, man, people be like, they get our slushies, we put a whole 100 milligrams in there. I was like, how many? I was like, my cousin can't even come outside for less than 5. They was like, 5? They was like, no, I'm telling you. It was like, they was like, it has a whole 100 milligrams. I was like, did you say 100? Like, you know, like, I ain't gonna even lie, because, you know, if you would have told Big Swill 100 milligrams, he'd be like, man, call me next month. Like, we need the, you know, like when you go to, they got them slushies, they got them at the THC Creamery, right? But I think them slushies that they have, I feel like they gotta have, like, you ever been to Fat Tuesdays?
Mm-mm. Yeah, in New Orleans, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah.
So Fat Tuesdays, they got this, you could get you like a margarita, you could get you like all these fruity flavors, but then it's the one orange one down at the end that's Everclear, right? Like, that's the one I'm gonna need. It's like the Everclear one where it's like, well, my cousin gonna need, because not me. But it really tastes good. And it's about this big, right? And it's like, I don't get the big one. If you get the big one, you're cooked. But if you get the small one, it's like just the perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Everclear
Maze.
Let me tell you, college, after I crossed, and you know what I mean, had to make the drink, was like, this what you? Yeah, don't give me some Patron.
Have y'all ever lit that on fire?
Yes.
Yeah,
we did everything that you could possibly do with Everclear.
You ain't supposed to put that in your body.
No.
Hey man, I took a shot of Everclear one.
And
Well,
I wish I was
what
Right. It was like
what happened?
I was fight. Like, it was like fight and I was gone. Like, it may have been one of those infamous nights where I woke up at the Hooskow.
Yeah, I did my best friend like that. I told him, I was like, man, I bet you won't take no. He like, man, I drink. And like, he never had Everclear. And when I tell you, he almost fought me, like in real life. Like, after he said, bro, he said, I'm finna. But no, Everclear is, it's like 190 proof, ain't it?
Amen. It's like literally like drinking isopropyl alcohol. Let me tell you.
But his face was.
Hey, Joe.
I never knew how to pronounce that.
Isopropyl.
You are so intelligent.
See, they don't teach us that in CPS.
Go Raiders. Home of the black football field.
Our vocabulary words was that. Dog.
I just learned acetaminophen. I didn't know what I was saying.
I sent him onomatopoeia. But the Everclear, my cousin's first time, not mine. My cousin's first time ever having a drink was Everclear Kool-Aid, Everclear Punch and Kool-Aid. And it was literally in college. And Ruthie, my cousin, lost a whole, well, I'll tell you about it on the break. But he lost a whole 8. Like, it was unbelievable. It was the most like, I just remember the first day that my cousin got drunk. Ruthie, he drank because the Kool-Aid, like in college, they would mix the Kool-Aid to the balance where you couldn't really tell. So I was like, you know, they was like, this is the first time we gonna get you drunk. Mm-hmm. Man, let me tell you, all I remember is
nothing.
Falling back and hitting my head on this it was in a room because they was like, okay, put him in a room. And I just remember falling backwards and hitting my head on the computer and sitting back up and then falling backwards and hitting. Man, it was.
I don't ever remember drinking Everclear and being like, yeah, we had the best time ever.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you probably did. So, like, when you first went to college and them college parties and you was getting them drinks and you had all that fun, that's what come on now, you know that.
You
so
didn't,
you
like,
never been to a college party and never drunk the punch, like the Alpha Punch, the Q or none of that. You never
First
did.
of all, the Sigma influence. Like, when we said it was influence night, like, Randy Connor had a birthday party and people came, they knew it was going to be influence and they came with their own water bottles. Cause hey man, we had influence at our reunion. Did the fraternities have parties like that and stuff?
Yes, but see me, I can't be doing all them sugars and alcohols mixed together. I will be somewhere vomiting.
So you never took none of the drinks from the party, like you never been to a Delta
Yeah,
party and took
in
drink.
moderation, and I can tell you what's in it.
Everclear.
But the challenge is if you drinking the punch, then generally you probably drinking some other stuff too. Now you just mixing all this stuff together.
No, I used to think people went with, like when we did it, like people came specifically for that. Like they wanted the pure experience.
You pre-game before.
I'm telling you, not when you knew how. Once you understood how this night was going, you was like, I'm not drinking nothing until I get there, because this is the perfect one cup, done for the night. And I'm
making my stomach hurt.
Man, when I went to EIU, it was only like Sigmas there. So like, you know, I went to like the Sigma party and they had the thing called Blue Juice.
It's called influence, but it is. They call it the Blue Juice, but it's
Blue Juice. So literally, I think I had like 12 cups, and I can't even tell you.
Reese,
I can't even tell you.
Oh no,
like them red Soho cup fuls.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it was like juice. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all tripping.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
right.
you ain't gotta tell me no more. So I feel like those drinks now, you give it a year, 2, they're gonna be calling them, like they gonna be saying you it's gonna be a liability. I feel like back in the day, people came to get the buzz. Now it'd be like, hold on, because I'm telling you, one cup is enough. Yeah, and I think the whole point was it would be the one cup. You get through that cup, you might go for 2, but if you go for 2, yeah, you gonna be sitting there. I'm gonna tell you, we had some for our 50-year reunion, and I gotta tell you, Maze Jackson was like, okay, I'm just old. I can't. It's like, yeah. So I'm just telling you, Ruthie, you ain't.
I'm too little to be drinking all this shit.
They be giving Ruthie her drinks in a teacup.
I tend to I don't really be mixing. I can't do all that mixing. It just would not be fun. Like I'm sitting here like my stomach is like bubbling. Which I talk about this. Like I don't know how y'all do. Don't y'all be? How do I just don't.
I don't like the. I don't drink it now just because I don't like all the sugar.
My body is like, girl, you about to come right back up.
Oh no, it ain't even like that.
I can't even drink Kool-Aid like that.
Dang, whatever happened to Kool-Aid?
Do you really think we're supposed to be drinking that?
Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
Are y'all?
It's
you still make and drink Kool-Aid?
No. You do?
No way, Reese.
Do you really?
No way.
Really?
With and like a pitcher?
Like a pitcher.
No
with
way.
a thing of sugar?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You still make Kool-Aid?
Still make Kool-Aid.
I got a question. Y'all know what I used to hate? The generic Kool-Aid, the powder kind versus the real kind. You know what I'm talking about?
No. What you mean? Did you get the little packet? I hated Weiler's Kool-Aid.
It was like it's like a real cheap Kool-Aid.
Weiler's was the bogus one.
That was the powder, right? It was like white powder.
Yeah, right.
What did you get? The scoop?
No, not the premix.
Man,
so in the Kool-Aid packets, right?
Yeah.
The good version used to be more like it had the different colors
in it, yeah.
mostly like Kool-Aid. But if you got the generic version, it was whatever flavor it was always just white. It's a white powder.
What? Oh, no, I ain't. All right.
Man,
you was balling, man.
I used to have Tang back in the day. What you talking about?
I love Tang.
Make your own little drink and Tang. Yeah, but I still do. I had me a good cup of Kool-Aid about 2 days
Man,
ago.
did you ever get the...
I can't believe you still drink Kool-Aid, but you got to stop.
Why?
Reese's diet is literally you just...
Diabetes.
It's
It's like drinking a cup of diabetes.
Like that.
Think about this, Reese. Reese, think about how much sugar you put in the bottom of a pitcher of Kool-Aid.
Why you make... Reese putting way more than that.
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
In a pitcher like this? Like a regular pitcher, or is it a square pitcher?
It's like a big pitcher. You know
Reese, then that means it's like this and like this. Reese, you putting like 3 pounds of sugar in a drink.
Reese, you gotta stop.
If you put like half a bag, you putting Reese, that's a lot.
You gotta stop.
Hey man, I'm just telling you.
Hey, what happened to the Kool-Aid, man? He used to bust through
Hey,
the walls.
Kool-Aid. Hey,
Spilling
man.
Kool-Aid all in your house. Nobody saying nothing. He busting in your walls. Hey, Mr. Kool-Aid, man. Like, you ain't want to use the door? You know what I'm saying? But
We're gonna fix this wall.
We're going to fix it right. We're going to fix this.
Man, y'all is tripping today. All right. All right, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Look, we got Reese, switch it over. We got stuff we want to talk about today. I got to get this going. Look, Dang, we done. Hold on, I forgot. I forgot to even turn on the computer, y'all. Give me a second. But I don't know how many of y'all saw. And open up the phone lines. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. Do y'all still drink Kool-Aid? That is a good question. Like, I wanted to do people still drink Kool-Aid. That's not the social media question of the day, though.
You better talk about some news. People in the comments. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some news today.
Who said that?
Somebody in the comments.
Yes, we are going to talk about some news today. We're about to talk about the mayor's re-election campaign. Dang, man. We can't have an... See how people be doing you? See, now I came all the way back on a Monday. Now y'all want to curse me out. You like, we ain't asked you to come back on a Monday so you could be talking about Kool-Aid. Shout out to... Okay. Let me see. I want to go to Mayor Lori Lightfoot. In case you did not see it. And Ruthie, I did not watch it intentionally because I wanted to watch it with our audience. So what I want to do, Riis, is I want to switch over and we are going to play the mayor's video announcement of her intention to run for re-election. Hold on one second. So, Ruthie, I think this is one of those things where I'm not sure. I think this is one of those things, Ruthie, where I am not sure that I want to know, am I biased? So what I decided to do was to watch the video today with everybody so we can just start to have a conversation about really where does the mayor stand with Black Chicago. Well, not with Black Chicago, with her re-election chances. So, Riis, if you are ready to rock and roll, I am going to launch the mayor's new campaign video that was launched last night and she had a fundraiser last night that I don't know if a lot of people attended. Like they said 250 people came. But I don't know. There weren't a lot of aldermen. I saw Alderman Irvin. I saw Alderman Cardenas. But I don't know. But he was her floor leader. I didn't see too many other people though. Let's do this. Let's start with the mayor's launch video. This is, the Mays Jackson Show, and here we go.
They say I'm tough.
Today, Mayor Lightfoot doubled down.
They say I get angry.
She's had some tough battles.
They say sometimes I take things personally. You know what I say?
Mayor met with Chicago Mayor
They're absolutely right. When we fight for change, confront a global pandemic, work to keep kids in school, take on guns and gangs, systemic inequality and political corruption, only to have powerful forces try and stop progress for Chicago, of course I take it personally. For our city. Change doesn't happen without a fight. It's hard. It takes time. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm just not the most patient person. I'm only human. And I guess sometimes it shows. But just because some may not always like my delivery, doesn't mean we're not delivering.
Chicago, the one and only Lori Lightfoot launches a plan that will help rebuild Chicago's infrastructure while also creating thousands of jobs.
Investing $1 billion in affordable housing, Invest Southwest initiative.
The mayor laid out her public safety agenda.
She came to talk about guns, gangs,
largest gun buyback program.
Lori
Lightfoot
takes a
strong stand in support of
100
police.
more detectives.
Mayor Lightfoot has lashed out at President Donald
Voters
Trump.
give the mayor high marks on her handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Racial equity rapid response.
She has a lot of accomplishments.
Look, I get it. I don't look or sound like any other mayor we've ever had before. And I've had to fight to get a seat at the table. And like so many in our city, I've had to fight to have my voice heard. That's why I'll never back down from fighting every day to turn your voice into action. It's you that I fight for. All the people who love, breathe, and believe in making the greatest city in the world even greater. You love the city as much as I do. The fact is, because of you, Chicago is coming back. When we got knocked down by COVID, we came together as a city and we got right back up because that's who we are. And that's how we've been able to make so much progress despite all that's been thrown at us. Of course, there are tough challenges ahead, We have a lot of work to do because change just doesn't happen overnight. But together, we will make our city safer, fairer, and more equitable for all. Now, let's get back to work.
That is Mayor Lori Lightfoot's campaign launch video. It's kind of cool. You know, I've been noticing, Ruthie, they don't do like the big rally anymore. Right? It's not like all the people standing around and being like, okay, I'm announcing mine. You come into a room. Now it's like, dun-dun-nut, 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 dun-dun-nut. Hey, I like the music to the video. But I want to, that is, Ruthie, did you buy it? Like,
I liked it.
I thought it was a decent video.
She took all the stuff y'all was going to say about her and flipped it for herself.
So, is it enough? Let's talk about it. Look, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. We are going to, when we come back from this next break, we're going to talk about the Mayor Lori Lightfoot's video, her launch. It seems to me as though she's taking the tact of, hey, I had to do it to fight, to get to the table. You may not like my style, but watch me work. Is that kind of what it would be? And so I want to talk about it honestly. See, so here's my deal. I don't have one. I don't know that I have not, me personally, and this is just me, have not been personally convinced that the mayor genuinely has the interests of black people at the forefront. I think we look great in the commercial, but I want to crunch some numbers. So I feel like have we seen, okay, so I feel like the mayor's path to victory is going to rest squarely on black folks, in my opinion. I do not think that the issue, I don't know that the white community has ever felt the impacts of violent crime like this before. I'm gonna really tell you that I feel like it's been empowered by the Black Lives Matter, and there's a lot going on right now. And so what I want to do is when we come back, what I want to do is I want to talk about the mayor's re-election chances. She announced, I want to know do you think she needed to announce this early? Mm-hmm. Like, why announce before a Democratic primary when all the attention goes to the other races that are happening right now?
She got to put her hat in the ring to let y'all know.
Like, because
otherwise people would have kept asking her about it. Are you going to run for re-election? Are you going to run for re-election?
Okay. So when we come back, what I want to do is I want to take a look at the mayor. I want to look back at the video. We might run the video back one more time because I want to see how much, like, and here's what I'd really love. I'd love to hear from people who support the mayor. Right? Like, no shade. I know everybody be like, I would like to know, like, if you were talking to the black community and you are a supporter of Mayor Lightfoot, what is she going to say to the black community? Why are you laughing?
Because that's funny.
Well, no, I mean, I feel like
she gonna say whatever she needs to say to get them votes. I look like you and act like them.
Man.
Whatever she needs to say to get them votes.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about it all when we come back. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson, Ruthie Moore, and DJ Riis, the ruler. We'll be back.
The The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTV-PM.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Steve Stanton.
I've never been lucky at love, no never. I've never been good at holding on. A heart broken so many pieces, but I'll just keep on moving on because I'll never give up on love, no never, no never, and I'll never give up on trust, whatever come what may. All that I wanna say, that true love's gonna come my way. Alright, I'm looking for a lover for me. Could you be the one for me? Yeah, alright, just looking for forever for me. For me. See, I never ever thought that I could love again. I never ever thought that I could ever win. But don't ever give up, no, and don't ever give in. See, I pray that true love finds me in the end. I'll never give up on love. I will never. And I'll never know trust. I will never. Looking for a lover for me. See, I'm looking for a lover for me, yeah. And it's alright. Looking for forever. I'm looking for forever. For me.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl Ruthie Moore in the building, and the mayor just did her video. I guess we should play it one more time. I'm gonna play it one more time because I want to make sure that you got an opportunity to see it. Check us out. This is the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You can also get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. 6:30 to 8. That's where the Saints join us. If you're a sinner, you get here early. 6, got to stay late till 9 o'clock. I am going to run it back.
They say I'm tough.
Today, Mayor Lightfoot doubled down.
They say I get angry.
Well, she's had some tough battles.
They say sometimes I take things personally. You know what I say?
Mayor met with Chicago Mayor against
They're absolutely right. When we fight for change, confront a global pandemic, work to keep kids in school, take on guns and gangs, systemic inequality and political corruption, only to have powerful forces try and stop progress for Chicago, of course I take it personally. For our city. Change doesn't happen without a fight. It's hard. It takes time. And I'll be the first to admit, I'm just not the most patient person. I'm only human. And I guess sometimes it shows. But just because some may not always like my delivery, doesn't mean we're not delivering.
Chicago. The one and only Lori Lightfoot launches a plan that will help rebuild Chicago's infrastructure while also creating thousands of jobs.
Investing $1 billion in affordable housing. Invest Southwest initiative.
The mayor laid out her public
She
safety
came to
agenda.
talk about guns, gangs,
largest
and
gun buyback program.
Lori
in
Lightfoot takes a strong stand in support of
100
police.
more detectives
Mayor
on the
Lightfoot
streets.
has lashed out at President Donald
Voters
Trump.
give
in
the mayor
response.
high marks on her handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Racial equity rapid
She
response.
has a lot of accomplishments.
Look, I get it. I don't look or sound like any other mayor we've ever had before. And I've had to fight to get a seat at the table. And like so many in our city, I've had to fight to have my voice heard. That's why I'll never back down from fighting every day to turn your voice into action. It's you that I fight for. All the people who
saw that
love,
mustache she
believe,
drew
and
on there?
believe
She
in
waved
making
to
the
choose.
greatest city in the world even greater. You love the city as much as I do. The fact is, because of you, Chicago is coming back. When we got knocked down by COVID, we came together as a city and we got right back up because that's who we are. And that's how we've been able to make so much progress despite all that's been thrown at us. Of course, there are tough challenges ahead. We have a lot of work to do because change just doesn't happen overnight. But together, we will make our city safer, fairer, and more equitable for all. Now, let's get back to work.
Hey, man, I really dig that, but you know I'll be thinking, Riis, you ready for me? Come on, because I sometimes I just...
We will and we must continue to say her name. We will and we must continue to demand justice. And we will and we must do everything in our power to prevent any more names from being added to this role, like George Floyd, or closer to home, Rekia Boyd, and Laquan McDonald, and too many others. I want you to know that I support you and will do everything in my power to protect you.
Regarding the CBS 2 story last night about the raid on the social worker's home, why did your administration go to court to try and prevent the body camera video from being broadcast? And why is your administration asking a federal judge to punish Miss Young for sharing video of her own home being raided?
And I watched that video. Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter was handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Because COPA has not yet made a decision in 22 months on this.
I just, look, we got to fess up and we got to clean it up. We will and we must continue to say her name.
I have to juxtapose those, right? I think that we've got to remember the bridges going up. I think we got to look at the response to our community. But I wonder, John, I saw the cranberry suit too, right? And I like the blue suit. And I was like, look, the mayor done got a Cole Taylor. She got the soundtrack. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. I'm telling you, man, all you got to do is put a beat on. I'm telling you, man, do you listen to songs for the lyrics or the beat? Ruthie listens for lyrics. Most of y'all be listening for beats.
Lyrics always, man.
Hey, man, you're a Jay-Z listener. You're complicated.
Triple entendre.
See? So I guess my question is, has the mayor delivered for black people? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. I gotta be honest with you. I like the video. And I do think that it is a reframing of, I could literally see doing a parody of that and matching everything with like something else. Like, you see how it's like, she took all of the news reporters and was like, today, Mayor Lightfoot, she fought for equity, she da-da-da, right? Today, Mayor you know what I'm saying? Like when we heard Marianne Herring, but can you please tell us, right? I think you could do literally the exact commercial, put the same music.
That was a shot at Marianne. You
think so?
What? Yes. I'm going to put you on my commercial.
Well, she put everybody in, though. She had Tamon.
But Marianne was trying to go at her, though.
Really? I don't remember that.
What?
Oh, when she asked about the black reporters?
For the Angela Young stuff?
Oh, right. So I guess my question is, y'all going? I mean,
that was pre-pandemic Lori Lightfoot marketing.
What's post-pandemic Lori Lightfoot marketing? Because, like, I could see somebody being like, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, the streets of Chicago are no longer safe. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, Michigan Avenue is broken down. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, Black Lives Matter took over the city of Chicago, and now she wants another chance. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Like, I could see, like, could you imagine them taking today crime. Like, so to me, it really, like, I think that the moment, check this out. White folks already be ready to throw you out. It be black folks who give you your chance. And so I want to know, Tennille is saying, invest Southwest. I used to think invest Southwest meant like on the Southwest side. It means invest South and West. Like invest on the South side. I thought it was like invest on the Southwest side.
Got it.
Right. So now I've learned that. So, I mean, I guess is the black business community happy? I'm sure I think that the mayor has done a good job probably with the black business community, small business community. Although they may be getting run out of business because let me stop. Anyway, excuse me. Also, my stomach was growly. So I got invest Southwest. Mm-hmm. What else you got on the Mayor's Plus column? The pandemic money she gave away?
Not necessarily the money, but pandemic response. Some people might like
Do we still think that? So wait, do we agree with the pandemic response or no?
Depends on the aspect.
Okay, so I feel like I could have agreed with the pandemic response up until Antifa started climbing on the walls and spray painting BLM. When they broke them windows. Like when the bridges went up, I was kind of like, yeah, on my own. What do you do? Like, I think about the kids, like, move along. I think about Ruby calling and telling me she couldn't get out of our house. Right? Like, I feel like all of that is going to go, like, I guess, do we forget, like, when we say pandemic response, okay, well, not pandemic, that was during the pandemic. But, like, no George, like, no.
Mayor Lightfoot can still coast, just like J.B. Pritzker, off of their get Trump out of office rhetoric. She can still coast off of that. Because her pandemic response, J.B. Pritzker's pandemic response, was the opposite of what Trump was trying to push. And remember that you had other mayors and governors that was like, no mask, blah, 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 blah. But when they was fighting that anti-Trump stuff, like, that's really what's helping that's really what has transformed Illinois into this Democratic bastion. Am I saying bastion? Is really, it's that anti-Trump stuff. Like, they still sort of, climbing off of that. But the thing that kind of makes me look side-eyed is now ain't no pandemic. So now it ain't no pandemic no more. So it's just interesting to see how political narratives can shift in order to be relevant. And that's why I don't really trust too much of any of it. Just like you said, you could take everything in the video and say something else behind it.
I'd be like, man, we be forgetting. Like, I just feel like so even with the Trump piece, Ruthie, I feel like there was a time when she was down. Like, I feel like the mayor is actually pretty Trumpish, if you were to ask me. I remember, like, one of her first visits when she first got elected was to go straight to the White House to meet with the Ivankas and the Trumps. And then, as things changed, it became politically expedient. But I guess, like, my thing is, that's my point. Like Tennille says, she gets a forever pass for being the mayor during the pandemic. Cameron said that she did no water shutoffs. I think they made it up with the tickets though, by raising the speed on the camera by 6.
And for real, I mean, I give the mayor some props for appointing the Chinatown alderman that voted with the black people for the remap. I'll give her a little credit for that. Okay. That was a little inside baseball.
Okay. All right, so y'all, so my question is the mayor, can the mayor come back with black folks? Or is she even going with black people?
I would like her to say something about cannabis.
She did. Open it up without him. We can't wait. I mean, again, and this, my friends, so does the mayor win the black vote? And I think, so I tend to agree that the mayor will 9 times out of 10 make the runoff. But I don't know that we've seen all the candidates in the race. And I don't know that she wins a runoff.
It depends on who it's against.
Okay, who can beat the mayor in a runoff?
Low key, I think given another chance, I think Willie Wilson is a formidable candidate. I think given another chance, I don't know what will be done differently this time, but I think given another chance, Willie Wilson might have a good shot. If we're talking about if you're talking strictly black votes.
Okay. Let me ask about, with all of those, so we got Willie Wilson. Mm-hmm. You got, Willie Wilson, Rod Sawyer, Cam Buckner, Fred Collins. 4 black men. Mm-hmm. You got Ray Lopez. You got Paul Vallis. You got to get 50 plus 1. You got to get to 50 plus 1 to avoid a runoff. So my instinct tells me that if all the black people stay in the race, mm-hmm. they're going to cannibalize each other. Mm. Okay? Looking at the field right now, it then makes me say Ray Lopez, Paul Vallis fighting for the white vote. So let's go here. Let's pretend that the black folks stick with the mayor.
Okay.
Or let's say that the black vote is Mayor Willie Wilson. Oh, Jesus. So now here's what you got. Mm-hmm. And holy smokes. Okay, now I just had another revelation, but I'm going to be cool. So if I look at this race right now, I see 4 black people. Willie Wilson won all of the black wards, so I got to dilute Willie Wilson. Right? I got to dilute Willie Wilson, so I got Frederick Collins. No shade to Fred Collins. I don't know him. He sends me a lot of inboxes. We'll have him on the show. Rod Sawyer is a significant draw away from Willie Wilson, right? Then you got Cam Buckner, who will probably motivate the younger voters. And then who was the other one? Alderman Sawyer, Frederick Collins, Willie Wilson, Cam Buckner. Those 4 in one pool, plus women, then potentially being the black women being divided. I think the black vote gets dissected.
Okay.
Which then leaves Ray Lopez and Paul Vallis to fight for the white vote and the Latino vote. Understanding that probably in the turnout, the white vote will probably go with the the white vote goes, and that'll be a bulk and it'll solidify. So that means you'll get Beverly, you'll get all the 40s, all of that Northwest Side, Lincoln Park, because that's going to be 100% crime. It ain't going to be economic development, none of that. Crime. So now you got the mayor looking at either Ray Lopez or Paul Vallis right now. So what needs to happen for the mayor to win is she got to break up the white vote. Right? She's got to break up that white vote to ensure that, like, if right now, either Ray Lopez or Paul Vallis has a clear path to the runoff. And the way some of y'all be acting, talking about Ray Lopez, he might be right? I'm just saying.
If he called me, I answer my phone.
He was
Y'all can't say nothing bad about Ray Lopez to me. I don't care.
Okay. So now I guess.
But I think I think the mayor still does get the woman and the LGBTQ plus North Side vote. I don't think crime is going to deter them from voting along those two lines.
See, I guess I
some
thought
of them live in bubbles.
Do you think so? I feel like the crime is. I feel like the crime has permeated everything.
Yes,
so they can't.
But there are still bubbles of people that walk their babies in strollers without a care in the world.
I think that's white. It's white folks do that in the middle of the South Side.
But they got a care in the world. But on the North Side, they still got pockets of Pleasantville.
Okay, so does the mayor? If you are a betting person right now. Does the mayor win re-election?
Right now, with no Latina woman as a candidate, with no black woman in the race as a candidate, I would put my money on her to make the runoff.
So
now, if a Latina woman come in there or a black woman, I will have to reassess.
So my thought is that there is going to be a Latina woman that is going to run, and that Latina woman, man.
They're gonna put that Latina woman up because there's a lot of Latinos that don't fool with Ray Lopez like that.
Right. Ray Lopez is the
he's the conservative. Like he ain't with all.
He not right. He's an old school machine politician. Like, and I mean in the back. Right. He's not with the he's for the cops, right? Mm-hmm. But Ray Lopez
tough
to me
on crime. He don't care about your trauma.
He talked like to the senior citizens to me. Like Ray Lopez understand, like he knows the things that he say with the seniors. Line up with Lopez because Ty say I think that the ex-cons need to line up with Lopez because black officials don't respect the ex-con vote. Hey man, I just think like all things are on the table. Like, we got to talk. We got to ask the questions. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I want somebody, though. I'm trying to read Tennille's comments because Tennille likes the mayor, right? She said, man, South by Southwest.
She never said she liked the mayor. What she said
is... she did.
She said some people. What she's pointing out...
Other people.
But what she's pointing out is like a perspective that everybody ain't mad. And I agree. Everybody ain't mad. There's some thriving businesses.
Okay. I'm just, all right. Oh. Uh-oh. Juan said, don't forget Sophia. Oh, Sophia King is running?
For mayor?
Oh, damn.
I thought I
heard something like that.
I heard something like that too.
Dang.
Now, if Sophia King jump in the race,
you
can just throw any votes for the mayor out because Sophia King getting all them Hyde Park, House head, middle class, upper middle class.
She might get Barack Obama.
Votes. She getting them senior votes.
She gonna get Barack Obama.
I think she can even get them Lakeshore liberal votes.
Dang. Ooh.
And don't let her tap into them. I'm telling you, don't let them house head. Don't turn on some house music. Psh, she gonna get all them votes.
You know, it'll be House and City Hall. Look, man, they turn out the chosen few.
Jack
your body. Jack. Right. Look. Yeah. Do house music. Do. Dang.
They gonna be jacking their body to the pose.
And they write it, and they senior citizens now. I mean, I'm not being funny. I mean, I'm kind of there too. Right? Like, we in the age where we be like, what about our pension?
I like Sophia King because her and Alderman David Moore was really pushing for the DuSable Lakeshore change. And I can appreciate that. I can appreciate people going against the grain when it ain't popular. And I told you, one thing that really bothers me when I watch City Hall meetings is when they get up on their soapboxes and talk, like, and just be talking. But every time I hear Alderman Sophia King speak, I actually like what she's saying. It's not just, I call it the pulpit swag.
She is like very, she's very like matter of fact. Like I think I had I was kind of like, she's not like the hug, you know, like you be like, hey, but you be like, when she talk, you be like, hey man, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Like
That's why I said she don't be pulpit pimping.
Okay, well, that's a little more. Ricky Henderson about to curse you out.
Wow, what'd he say?
He said, what you talking about? First of all, he talking about Ray Lopez. I didn't know Ray Lopez said Willie Wilson should go to jail. I thought they was out for giving away his money. I didn't know that. Did he say that? All right, let's talk about that. Hey, man, get in line. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me today? Who there? Caller?
What up, Maze? Greg.
Gregory.
Hello.
What's up? Shout out to ECCSC and all the fellas that came out yesterday. Gregory. Hey, man. Greg. Hey, the ECCSC crew is like, hey, man, they like, I feel like I can't wear no t-shirts around them because then I feel like my arms ain't as big. Like, so I feel like I got to work out when I'm by ECCSC. Shout out to all the fellas who was out yesterday. We appreciate the aid and assist as well as the coverage. What's going on, brother?
No doubt. Appreciate it. Happy Wednesday. I did want to comment on the mayor briefly. I remember a couple of years back when the Trump thing was going on, right? And there was a moment she did the press conference when she was crying. It was the same press conference she said, fuck you to Donald Trump, right? In that press conference, I felt her just as a black woman, as somebody's grandma, right? And in that same press conference, she reached out to black men. She reached out to everybody. She's not police because that's when she was doing her defund campaign. But she just reached out to black people in general, leadership, right? Not pastors. And wasn't nobody at that time available, right? I mean, I remember arguing with Pastor Hannah at New Life when he was cleaning up the jewels. And I'm like, bro, you cleaning up in one of the worst times of black history when they killed George Floyd. That same weekend, he went and tried to clean up 75th Street jewels, right? And so I'm not bashing her, and I'm just saying that it ain't an easy job. But we know history of politics. That woman showed up on the job behind the 8-ball, right? Whoever we put in office gonna need at least one term to understand the diabolical nature of Chicago politics, right? And so I've met her, and with the people who in the pool right now, I would still vote for Ms. Lightfoot, considering that I know the history of this country and that she's up against it, and would hope that we can get close enough. We're getting closer. She's finally been talking to her. She ain't as scared of Tyrone as she used to be. But I think that she's finally recognizing that it's going to take a slightly different strategy. That's just my take on Ms. Lori. I remember her making me cry when she was emotional about George Floyd. I don't think that was politics. I think when she said F you to Trump, she meant it. And I think that black men and black politicians and black leadership missed a moment. We've all missed a moment collectively that we still trying to scramble and hold on to. And my last comment is pull up 1948 West North Avenue, TH Creamery. See y'all today. Free slushies, free ice cream, free pre-rolls. Let's get it. Happy Wednesday.
1948. Wait, 1948 West. Say that one more time.
1948 West North Avenue, Wicker Park, right there by Six Corners, Damon. Milwaukee.
Right. Off the blue line. Man, why I feel like that's what used to be right there. Something else.
It used to be a lot of stuff right there. Last thing that was there was an ice cream parlor, but it was a couple clubs. North Avenue been suffering. Milwaukee been winning in Wicker Park. A lot of the business on North Avenue suffered through the pandemic, right? And so we happy to be on the North Avenue side. We happy to revitalize Wicker Park. As Ty like to say, we gentrifying the neighborhood. So pull up, help us out.
Shout out to ECCSC, man. Somebody give me a ride because y'all know I ain't got no car right now. But I'm going to try and get on over there to THC Creamery and get there. I might have to give me one of them car rides in one of them police cars so we can feel safe. That's my man, Gregory. Hey, Gregory. Remember old boy called him from when we was talking about black leadership. We're not going to talk about that, Gregory. Let's go to the live line. Carly on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me?
Hello, Brother Maze. How are you?
Uncle Rosie, what's up, man? How you doing, man? It's good to talk to you in the morning again.
You telling me, man, I missed you. I saw the 10 out of traffic. Gee whiz, how can we do it? How can we get to the morning show? And somehow or another, you found a way and you answered my prayer. So I'm saying thank you. Thank you. But you know, a comment on the mayoral race, I think that we should invite her and every other candidate out there to make an open declaration of their intentions for what's in it for the black people. And then we decide who is going to do that. I think we ought to use all our resources to yell and holler and scream that any candidate representing us, we need to know what's in it for us. Everyone else is doing it. Anyway, it's always a joy talking to you, and hello to you, Miss Ruthie. And, you know, I'll be seeing you Saturday, God willing, on the 11th, all right?
Thank you, Uncle Rosie and the Ravinia crew. Hey, man, they be coming to the meetings. They be having, you know what Uncle Rosie and them be doing like I used to do at the grand jury. They be like, we about to have a meeting. Good. We brought our own snacks. And you can't have, I got some ice cream. And you can't have none. But they be sharing. But you know, they be having like a fruit smorgasbord. Mm-hmm. They don't be, we be like donuts. They be like, fruit? Anyone? Would you like a melon? All right, so, hey, man. So I guess my thing with this whole mayor thing, right, is no permanent friends, no permanent enemies. I want everybody to talk to us. I guess we have a new decision to make. We have 4 years to review. And then we got to make a decision going forward. As I have said before, I would like to give everybody the opportunity. She probably not going to come on, though, as long as we keep this on, huh?
No. She might. Who knows? Keep hope alive.
All right. Well, I don't know. I think they're going to... I was reading Politico today, and I feel like somebody referenced it already. We'll talk about it a little bit later. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. When we come back, did you know America has a problem with black racists? Mm-mm. Well, it has reached a congressional level. It was amazing. So one of the things that I was saying, and we're going to talk about it when I come back, is I don't want black people to cry at these testimonies when they're speaking. And I can't tell you what it's like to lose a family member, and I don't. But I feel like every image of us is like we crying and like, please somebody give us mercy, and they've never given us mercy. And now I want you to see, I really damn near want to just play the whole thing and just sit back and just let everybody just listen. But I'm going to play a clip from yesterday, a response to the black cries for help from Buffalo, the metastasizing of, and they didn't say white supremacy. What did they say? Well, let me read it. The title was Examining the Metastasizing Domestic Terrorism Threat After the Buffalo Attack. Again, it was so I talked about being specific about anti-blackness for a reason that I talked about being specific about anti-blackness because I told you it is starting. It's being leveled off. Like our issue, as you continue to push reparations, it's like there's a movement. It seems like to minimize the harm that is especially for black people, that is reserved for black people. So we're going to talk about this committee yesterday. I can't be watching stuff like this because this will have me all day watching. But this happened yesterday, and good God, black racism is on the rise, and black supremacy is on the rise in the country, according to some of our senators. Even while they were examining the metastasizing of domestic terrorism after the Buffalo attack.
Remember Trump had them black identity extremists?
Guess what? They got a better name for it. It's black supremacists. We'll talk about it when we come back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people? I want to know, is there an offensive black people list? Who manages it, and do black people have to honor it?
Maze, you're Uncle Tom. That's why you're an offensive. And the reason why you're Uncle Tom is the real story of Uncle Tom. How he worked for his freedom, and then the slave master reneged on him and wouldn't let him get his freedom. So you know what he did? He left. You're messing with the church's money. You were smart enough to work your way off, so you offended the white folks, and then you offended the black folks because your ass left, and because they wouldn't. And who manages the left is both black folks and white folks, because if you see in that situation, the black folks is just as mad as the white slave owner that Uncle Tom left.
What happens if you say that and someone gets offended?
You ran off the plantation, brother. That's why you're offensive. That's all I got, brother. Keep being offensive.
Thank you.
Maze Jackson.
Yeah. Ruthie Mo. Reach the ruler. Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding. So go on, make my payments. Ha 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 ha. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them ha 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 ha. Not no SBA loans, just run the bread, make it ha 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 ha. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them ha 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 ha. Look, check it out. First drug lord was President Nixon. Oval Office was the trap house where he was tipping. Got the drugs from Nicaragua and gave us crack. Declared war on blacks. Man, tell him to cut the check and tried to make it seem like a revolution. CIA was the corner boys for distribution. We could tear this country in half for retribution. But I'd rather get some restitution, so tell him to cut the check. John Singleton, man, he already told y'all. He broke it down for you when he made Snowfall. They locked us all up and created whole laws. So send a message like a cold call. Tell them to cut the check. Look, we built this city. We built this city. Back, put this country together and gave him hella aid. Lot of blood, sweat, and tears over 400 years. Been punching the clock, but yeah, we still ain't got paid. Look, they ain't paying the immigrants, they pay the Jews. Executive orders, man, they made the rules. I want my 40 acres, you can save the mule. Cause as of right now, we getting played for the fool. Look, for sterilization, Tuskegee experiment, Rosewood, Japanese internment. Come on, was all paid out from the government. We waiting on our turn, we definitely earned it. So make my payment high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high, 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 high. I know SBA loans just run the bread, make it high, 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 high. Tell the government to cut them reparations, make them high, 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 high. I know stimulus checks just run the bread, make it high. Yeah, Ruthie Mo, Riis the ruler, Maze Jackson. This is the reparations interlude. We not asking, we demanding.
WIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I got my girl, Ruthie Moore, on a Wednesday. Week 304 Wednesday. It's the 8th of June. Early voting starts on Monday. I need you all to go out there and do the right thing. Do the right thing, do the right thing, do the right thing. Early voting starts. We've been talking about it. Ruthie, we still trying to talk about the how early do you vote?
I wait till the last minute.
Okay.
Because once you vote, can I go unvote and then vote again?
Ooh, there you go. All right, y'all. Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie, I want to talk about black supremacy. It wasn't a thing that I didn't realize, but so yesterday I was reading. I actually was reading the Washington Post, and I saw an article, and it was it was basically an opinion piece, and they said that black supremacy is a new creation. It is a white response to white fear of black reprisal. It sounds kind of complicated, but I guess my question is, I had never really heard of black supremacy and black supremacists. Then you just brought up to me those, what did you call them? The racial
black identity extremists.
Black identity extremists. My bad. Early voting is now at the super sites, and then on Monday, early voting starts in your local ward, even though you can vote in any ward. Ruthie, so part of this was I was watching some of the testimony from the hearing, and I don't really like to see the black people crying in response to these murders. So I want to play a video of you. Antonio, this looks just like Uncle Claiborne, just for the record. But I'm going to play a video for you of the testimony of Mr. Garnell Whitfield Jr., who lost his mother in the Buffalo shooting. I'm going to start there. Ready? Let's go. I'm sorry. Did I mute it? Is it me or did you switch over?
Nonviolent drug crime, the black person will get longer sentences. Mm-hmm. We know that even black women in this, and how you realize very young that you're perceived as more dangerous often, that's often used as a justification for people taking police action. We know that blacks are more likely to be killed by the police. We know that implicit racial bias, you have study after study that shows a black person, a white person in this country accused of the same nonviolent drug crime, the black person will get longer sentences. Mm-hmm. We know that even black women in this country are more likely to die in childbirth, even when you control for race and education, because their pain is not perceived to be taken as seriously. Mm-hmm. And the kind of subtle dehumanization that often comes. And what's moving to me about you is that you understand that this is not about black versus white. Right. This is us. We're all in this together. And that we are a nation that needs each other far more than we realize.
That's not really what I was trying to get to. Let me take a step back. If you give me a hot second, I'm trying to find the testimony of Mr. I want to find his testimony initially, but then I need for you to hear. Let me go back, y'all. I apologize. So anyway, Ruthie, there is now a response to the Republicans are now using talking points about black supremacy as their response to why these mass shootings are happening, and they're minimizing the attacks on black people. And I thought it was a little dangerous to watch what they were saying. But I'm trying to find the testimony. What was his name again? Give me 1 second.
I'm just curious, like, did you make that title up or
no? That was the.
So in that title, I looked up the word reprisal, and it is an act.
Oh, I made up the title.
Okay. Because I mean, when you look at that as being an act of retaliation, like, your title was so complex. It was talking about the white response to the white fear of black reprisal.
Right, because here's what I feel like. I feel like white folks know.
But it's true though, Maze. It's the fear of the black planet.
Elected to protect us.
Hold on. Lord have mercy. Stop that for me a second, Riis. Ruthie, that is the case. Like, to me, white folks know what they would do if this happened to them specifically. And so they know how they would respond if these type of attacks were happening on their communities. They would be strapping up. They would be...
No, Maze, no. You're looking at it wrong. They know what they did to us.
Ooh. So here, let's play this. Because this is what kind of frustrates me just a little bit. All right, Riis, you ready? All right.
To protect our way of life, I ask every one of you to imagine the faces of your mothers as you look at mine. And ask yourself, is there nothing that we can do? Is there nothing that you personally are willing to do to stop the cancer of white supremacy and the domestic terrorism it inspires? Because if there is nothing, then, respectfully, senators, you should yield your positions of authority and influence to others that are willing to lead on this issue. The urgency of the moment demands no less. My mother's life mattered. My mother's life mattered. And your actions here today will tell us how much it matters to you. Thank you.
Ruthie. So that was the first testimony. I want you... Cory Booker went in quite a bit, but this is what I think we all need to be listening to and paying attention to. And I tried to communicate to some of you all earlier when this thing was happening to me about what the game plan was. Remember I told you about the newspaper article and I showed you they said they put me in the Wiftable shirt in the newspaper with the bullhorn with Ty and everybody behind and the red, black, and green flags. And there was a whole bunch going on. And so I want you all to listen to Senator Ted Cruz. And Riis, he was like, I'm about to watch me get my man Riis. Because Riis, you're going to be amen in this thing. And then all of a sudden you're going to be like, wait, what? All right, check this out. You ready? You got me up?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to each of the witnesses here today. You know, there ought to be at least 3 propositions on which all of us can agree. Number 1, violent crime is always unacceptable and should be punished severely. Number 2, hate is wrong. And number 3, the machinery of the federal government should not be used as a tool to target and persecute your political opponents. All 3 of those propositions should be ideas that bring us together regardless of where you fall on the political spectrum.
I'm agreeing all with them.
Unfortunately, we see over and over again efforts to politicize acts of violence. When it comes to white supremacy, when it comes to vicious hate groups like the Klan or the Nazi Party, in my view, they are unequivocally hateful, bigoted, racist morons who should be denounced.
Watch this.
And despised. I do think my colleagues on the Democratic side of the aisle try very hard to erase the history of the Klan, that it was formed by elected Democrats, that its leadership was almost entirely elected Democrats, that the authors of the Jim Crow laws were without exception elected Democrats. And I also think today's congressional Democrats
pay attention,
try to use the charge of white supremacy, which is undoubtedly evil, bigoted, and wrong, and weaponized by their own party. they try to use that as a proxy for attacking a political party they disagree with. And they do so by diminishing
Watch this.
anti-Jewish violence, anti-Asian violence, violence directed at white people, violence directed at police. My view is simple. Violence is always wrong. Whatever your ideology, left wing, right wing, no wings. If you are seeking to hurt people, it is wrong. Is violence from white supremacist extremist organizations a problem? Absolutely. As is violence from other hate groups. The Brooklyn subway shooter was a known black supremacist who called for racial violence. The Waukesha attacker who murdered 6 people driving an SUV into a Christmas parade was a viciously left-wing black nationalist bigot. 2016, another black nationalist gunned down 5 police officers in Dallas. I was there with President Obama at the funeral for those police officers. He did so on explicitly racial grounds. In 2019, 2 anti-Semitic domestic terrorists gunned down 4 people in a kosher grocery store. San Francisco in the past year has seen a 567% increase in anti-Asian violence. Anti-Jewish hate crimes in New York City are up 148% in the first quarter of 2022 compared to the first quarter of 2021. And then, of course, we have the violence of the Antifa riots and the Black Lives Matter riots that racked this country. As stores were looted, police cars were firebombed, people were assaulted, people were murdered. My colleagues on the Democratic side of the aisle sought to excuse, sought to apologize for, even went so far as raised money to bail out of jail the violent rioters committing these acts of violence. When it comes to violence, the Department of Justice should not treat it as an excuse simply to target the political opponents of whatever administration is in power, Republican or Democrat, but instead, violent crime should be prosecuted vigorously across the board to keep people safe. Mr. Herdman, you personally prosecuted the anarchist bridge bombers, 5 left-wing extremists who broke off of the Occupy protests and plotted to bomb a bridge in the Cleveland area. Is that correct?
Yes, Senator.
Can you describe that case and what you encountered there?
Well, it was an evolving threat picture. There were a number of different attacks that were contemplated as I spoke to in my written testimony. There were discussions about going to Chicago and engaging in attacks on NATO or G8 summit that was held that year.
Did y'all hear that? Did you? It was kind of like really crazy to listen to that. Because it's like, have you ever found yourself agreeing and disagreeing at the same time? This whole thing about black supremacy, though, had me thinking about black people first, had me thinking about what's in it for the black people. And really, it seemed as though it was an opportunity. It seemed to me as if it was an opportunity to mobilize all of the other groups to press down the concerns of anti-blackness. Mm-hmm. And I really want to show you this thing I saw on Channel 7, and Riis, I'm going to keep this because I'm going to play some more testimony, where there was an assertion made that when other groups stood up to black people, that's when they finally assumed their identity in America. And it was crazy for me to watch it because we had just seen the thing about the LA riots. And when they initially talked about it, it was, how could you put guns on black people in their own neighborhoods, etc. Mm-hmm. Now it's being positioned as the moment of independence, where they established themselves as American citizens, and it was based on them being willing to arm themselves to defend themselves against the rioters during the LA riots. I almost fell out of my chair listening to it because I was like, wait.
Man, I would have to watch that in its entirety and really process it, but every time I feel like black people cannot defend themselves.
Right, they want you to put your hands behind your back. It's like,
you know why though, Maze? It's because they are accustomed to us singing Amazing Grace. They ain't accustomed to the opposite of that, which is reprisal, unapologetic reprisal.
And they know what they would. Well, you said it better. What they've done. Let me play a little bit more.
Because it's modular, you can change it, and that appeals to a lot of people. You have at least 15 million of these things, so you have both constitutional and practical barriers that you have to address. But on the constitutional side, people talk about the earlier ban. The president said that was before Heller. That was before the court said that the Second Amendment is an individual right. I think that you're going to have a much more difficult time going into court with a ban on the AR-15 unless this body is ready to answer those questions in comparison to other non-banned weapons.
But you would agree on the age limit?
I think the age limit, that's something that we've been talking about for a couple weeks now, and I think there is room there. As was stated, Heller said that this is not an absolute right. There are absolute rights. Even the First Amendment's not an absolute right. We did see an age limit that was struck down in California on the AR-15. That is still in litigation.
Let's take a quick break.
We don't know how the court's going to come out on that. One of the reasons a lot of us are looking at that New York case.
Turn it down. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
And now, traffic and weather.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terrorism.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:36 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over to the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 51 minutes. Outbound will be 21. On the Edens Deerfield to the Exchange will be 1 hour. Exchange to Deerfield will be 30 minutes. Eisenhower to the Loop, 56 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 30 minutes. The Stevenson is 60 minutes. I-355 to the Dan Ryan, 40 minutes outbound. The Bishop Ford is 36 minutes. I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 30 minutes to I-80. Excuse me. While the Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. Welcome back to the Maze Jackson Show.
They always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism. Terrorism.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism.
I love being black. Do you love being black? Yeah, I love being black. Hey. I do this for my people all across the globe. Hey, it's break.
The skin of men fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. Ruthie told me to tell y'all she'll be back tomorrow. She rolling hard, but I want to play a little bit more of this testimony. Because I think there are some real things happening in America right now that I don't know that we are truly paying attention to. And I think free speech and a lot of things are at risk. I'm going to play a little bit more from the Senate hearing yesterday. Riis, you got me? I am ready to rock and roll.
I've always been an advocate for protected political speech. So I'd like for you to talk a little bit more about how law enforcement can differentiate between political free speech and extremist threats as they track and investigate and monitor terrorism.
Thank you, Senator. I think that the key distinction here was drawn by Mr. German, but also Mr. Herman, that it's not ideology, but actions. It's what people are doing that the FBI has to discern. We have a really wicked brew of hate in this country. The only common denominator are people who are consumed by hate. And the FBI has to go and try to isolate what are the threats that are greatest against the country. And the concern from the free speech community, and I'm not alone in that, the ACLU has also raised questions about this prioritization, but also the expansion, more of the expansion, I should say, for the ACLU of domestic terrorism investigations. The concern is if you tie a particular ideology as a criteria or element for an expansion of domestic terrorism. Section 2331 is fairly general. When you read it as a civil libertarian, sort of alarms go off because you're like, wow, you could put a lot of stuff covered by this provision. But for that, one can understand that you have to write more generally. But it also means that the application of that language is really important. So if you combine a focus on an ideology it really raises
What's an
concerns among
ideology?
the civil liberties community.
Pay
Because keep in
attention.
mind, the Palmer raids, some of our worst periods of time had that trigger. You know, that we were arresting communists, anarchists, socialists, because their views were viewed as inimical or dangerous to the country.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I think we should be very cognizant of the fact that there's a conversation happening, Riis, where does did it give us a call 872-259-7474 872-259-7474. I think that Ted Cruz's speech is something that we need to pay attention to. He listed black supremacy as they were talking about the ending of white supremacy. It's almost like reverse racism. Like if you claim, so I don't know that anyone, Riis. Okay, so let me ask a question. Is the black experience in America different than all of the other marginalized groups? And does it benefit it felt as though it's sort of like we're the cause of the targeting of white supremacists. Did you get that from this? As though he was suggesting that the reason that we have the let me back up. So I do think that race is weaponized by Democrats to get black people fired up. But I think we've also seen it employed as well. So it was kind of like I felt like I was agreeing with him in the fact that they used racism. I fundamentally agree that racism can be used as a tool against political opponents. We've seen it happen, right? And we've seen it actually employed by Democrats here in Cook County. What my concern is the counter response. Because we don't have a choice, so they can use it against us, while the people that we're supposed to be allied with are now looking at us crazy too. So imagine you start the party. You kick off the party. You pay for the DJ. You rented the hall. You are the model. No shade to nobody else, but the worst happened to you. You are owed the most. But who does it benefit to bring that level down? If it's me, right? I can then turn to other groups to beat you into submission. While at the same time knowing that you can't go over to talk to Ted Cruz. So you essentially find yourself it seemed to me that there was this premise that why y'all are black people in this country owed a debt? And if black people in this country are owed a debt, do you want to shrink the value of the debt so you don't have to pay as much, or get it off the table? Because see, to me, what I saw happening there was the erasure of George Floyd from everything that happened in the uprisings. It was no longer about the fact, like, just like we forgot, they know they could put the knee on the neck and we will forget. Riis, do you remember how mad everybody was with Anjanette Young when we first played the video?
Oh yeah, everybody was mad.
Mad than a mug. Guess what? Who? She not even a campaign issue to black. Like, we ain't even asked for no answer.
She got a couple million, didn't she?
Did she get a couple million?
I thought
so. That was enough. Okay, I got you. That and therein, they be like, just do it to them. They'll forget. Do it to them. But I think what you have to pay attention to in this conversation was the fact that there was the desire to, if you are in a different group and they say, man, these people tore up the country, this great country of America, and you in the other marginalized group, it's a chance for you to say, yeah, we with you, not them. And so I think we need to be very concerned about this concept of black supremacy. That is, because the reality is black supremacy is being pushed out as a way. Like, do y'all see that there was no connection to George Floyd now in the uprisings? It was just Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and black supremacy. Like, no tie to the murder, the outrage, etc. And I do feel as though Ted Cruz got part of it right. Race has been weaponized by the party. By both parties. Race is being weaponized for the white people who don't feel safe. And it's being weaponized by the Democrats who have yet to deliver for black folks and are starting to hear a clamoring. Where's our cut? Where's our piece? Right? Where is our cut? Where's our piece? We're starting to hear that from black. So black folks ain't just lining up doing what's supposed to be done. And so the more we get out of pocket, the more we ask questions, the more we demand from our elected officials, then there has to be a voice that silences that pushes that down, that says, hey man, we know we're not going to be able to get reparations. And if they start talking about that, people going to start asking. They're going to start asking questions. They're going to say, why haven't we gotten anything out of all of this pain and suffering? We didn't, like, nothing. You got the anti-lynching bill. No shade. Respect Bobby Rush. But out of all of the photos, out of all of the press conferences, out of all the times, like, what has essentially changed to protect or make black people safer in this country? And I think Republicans have the ability to take groups and turn us into the scary black men. So the standing black man becomes a threat, which is why then you send the hordes against them, because we don't want you all standing up or counting or reading. When all we really want to do is be able to provide for our families and be whole and be able to participate in the American dream just like everybody else. We want to be able to protect our communities, protect our families from hurt, harm, and danger. But it is to me. To me. I have said this on numerous occasions, especially after everything. Democrats playing race games is dangerous. Democrats playing race games are dangerous. Because when you play race games as Democrats, it will create black scapegoats. And then if we don't deliver, then we will be the blame. So if you got 0 and then you don't turn out, we will lose the House or the Senate because based on black people turning out. Look at what happened in South Carolina. Let's go to the live line. Carly, on the Maze Jackson Show. Talk to me about black racism and black supremacy. And why does it seem like race is now becoming a tool in the Democratic Party toolbox?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, Ruthie? What's up, Riis? What's going on, man?
What up, Devo? Mr. President, how you feeling?
Hey, man. Hey, man, I just want to say my mother is in the car with me, and she is listening. And as native South Carolinians,
hello.
as native South Carolinians, man, we understand that, you know, they've been playing this game. Marcel is definitely running against Jim Clyburn, and he has a black first agenda, and the black first agenda is a threat. So there is no black supremacy. The slave master had a very, very harsh punishment for the slave who taught the others how to read and write. That was the original threat. Me just being is a threat. She just being is a threat. So it doesn't matter. This black supremacy isn't even a thing. It has no context. We are a threat just for being. That is the Francis Cress Welsing theory of genetic of racism, white supremacy. That is her whole thesis. Our mere existence is a threat. It doesn't matter the political ideology. We are indoctrinated into that to cover up our lack of cultural self-esteem. That is where this comes from. Cruz knows that. That was just propaganda mumbo jumbo to get him reelected because he knows Beto is on his butt. Just words. But the Democrats do play a crazy game. And us being in Chicago, we know how this plays out. The Republicans didn't assassinate Brother Fred Hampton. They didn't do that. So we know what the threat of any rise of any prophet has been a threat throughout history. Moses, Daniel, all of these people were prophets. And the system would not tolerate their messaging. This has been a historical battle throughout the world. This ain't new. We got to get into these books, read these books, talk about them in these groups, educate your children. You will be programmed to go against your own self-interest. And that's all I got to say, man. And we on our way to this graduation. Shout out to everybody, man.
Shout
we
out
doing
to
it, bro.
our boy DJ, the homie DJ about to be graduating. That's what I'm talking about. Oprah Winfrey Scholar going to Morehouse College. Welcome to town, Mom. Welcome to town, Miss Gordine. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Black supremacy. It was mentioned at least 20 times yesterday. The response to white fear of black reprisal. Riis, we got a lot Like, I don't want to be the Jordan face memes. So let me just say that. I don't want to cry, but I do think that we appear to be a threat when we talk about our self-interest. And that's just a scary concept. Hey, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. It has been a banger of a day. Riis, what you got going on today, man? What you on? What you got cracking?
Work. I believe I'm gonna do another job.
Another job? What you got, man?
Just a little slight work, man. You know I gotta always stay employed, man. I need more than one job.
Oh, Lord, Riis.
So, yeah, I'm looking for some more jobs. So if y'all looking for an employee out there, man, let me know. Chemo Sabi, big balling is my hobby. That's me.
You need some more work, huh?
Yes, sir. Need some more work. So yeah, but nah, man, that's it. Chill with the children. After that, you know, let them rake my pockets and you know how they go. But other than that, man, I'm good, man. It's good. It's Wednesday. We almost halfway through.
We halfway through now for this show. Cause we done made it. Ruthie done came 3 days in a row. You know, She dipped out here early talking about she coming back tomorrow.
So I see you Monday, Ruthie. See you Monday, Ruthie. She like, nah, I'm done. But she did her she gave us 3 days. 3 days in the morning, back to back to back. You see, we didn't even think she was coming. I was like, Ruthie?
I was like, that door opening. We got to be careful. Who is that? You locked the door? We can't just be letting anybody.
Nah. It was the key, so that's why I was like, Ruthie. So yeah, man, it's good. It's good.
All right, man. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Oh, we got a caller? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What you got for me today? Oh, don't forget to y'all go also make sure you check out the THC Creamery. My man Tyrone Muhammad doing his thing. I am telling you.
It's 1948 West North Avenue.
1948 West North Avenue. All right, man. What's up? Who is us on the live line?
Shalom, Mikey.
Shalom.
I'm outside. I hope you can hear me right now.
What's up, Jay?
You know what I mean? It's been a minute. Hey, nothing, bro. Same old thing. The best. And like the brothers before me were saying, the reason why, bro, they've been doing this proves the point. Who are the chosen people? The word in that book talk about these people. I was listening to you, and I just had posted the same. It's a perpetual hate towards us in the world. And there's a reason. There's a reason. It was prophesied that these people was going to go through these things. But let me tell you something, bro. You see what's going on in the world right now?
Man, Charlie.
It's going down, Jack. It's going down. All I got to say, you know what I mean, it's only on remnant going to get that promised land. You know what I mean? Like the elder Dorothy B. Plant, what King said, we as the people going to get the promised land. He want to talk about everybody on the planet. Some of us, and you're right, it's some so-called black supremacists among each other. We look down on each other. The whole world hate us. They hate us. So, you know what I mean? But the affliction of the righteous is many, but the Creator Yahweh bring us to a ball. Shalom, Mikey. Hallelujah. Praise be to Yah.
Shalom, Jay. Look at that, Jay. Look at, man, everybody on code. Hey, y'all, this black supremacy thing, though, we got to get on code. We have to make sure that our code is together. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Look, I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, on the ones and twos. Hey, Riis. It's been a good show, man. I'm still having a little trouble getting up in the morning. But I'm going to be back to my normal self, man. I feel like I'm on, you know, like when they put the battery in, I feel like I'm on like 65. I gotta plug my charger in, and then we're gonna get it cracking. All right, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. DJ Riis the Ruler, Ruthie Moore. Shout out to everybody that came out. We got more to do. Shout out to the Hyde Park Soul Summer Fest. Auntie Neil has rounded up some tickets, so the What's in It for the Black People media will be tuning in tomorrow. We'll be giving away tickets to the Hyde Park Summer Fest. All right, y'all? It's the Maze Jackson Show. We up out of here. So for Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? If you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace. okay, he forgot to switch it over, right? So it's like you can still tell him.
Was another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke.